Okay, so any questions before moving on to the how to write the data to the files?
No.
So we'll see how to read one file data and same data will write to another file. Okay, so that we will do that. So how can we do this? Let's see. So now for reading, so we have to use a file input stream class, right? So file output stream demo. Okay, so let's get started. First you have to read, right? For reading you have to declare static file f is null. So import the file class. So if you are not getting, you import automatically. So
Import
java.io
I
file. So static file input stream. So fs equal to null. So static. So we want file output stream, right? So for outputting the data. So fos equal to null.
is equals to
Input stream will read the data. Output stream
output side will get the data.
output the data. So let's we need a input file and output file also. So I'm going to create private static string file input path. So file input path equal to, so you can give the file path. So we already have here the file path. Same way I have to read file output path. So output.txt. Okay,
Okay, sir.
output.txt. So this one you have already data and you are reading from this file. And this one you read from this file and write to the same this file. So that's how we are going to achieve. First, let's see. First, I'm going to refer this file input path with a file object. So f equal to new
Into
file.
new
So f input path. But at the same time, I want output file also. Output file. So store the data in output file. So file f equal to f1. I'm just giving f1 or fo out. So new file and output. But this file is not there, right? So if it is not there, you have to create that. So I'll go to that location. If it is there, I'll delete it. Okay. On the fly, I need to create it.
Okay.
If it is there, I will delete all this. So only input file, I'll keep it. Remaining, I am deleting. So later I will create the output file. How to create output file? So output file, if you want to create, if dot exist. See, a lot of methods are there in the file class. You have to refer all of them. Delete, you can delete the file. List files, you can list out all the files. Get name, you can get the file name.
New
And
file.
exist, it will check whether the file exists or not. mkdars, it will create the folder inside subfolders. You can create with mkdars. mkdir means one folder it will create. So you can create a folder also with this program. Okay. So all these methods, you should be aware of them. Okay, what I'm going to do, if file doesn't exist, so that's how we need to write. If file doesn't exist, then you create that file, create new file. So just add a declaration or more actions. You can use a try catch blocks. So it will create that. Okay. So that is what we did. And then I'm going to create a FIS object, new file input stream, and this will represent F. So here also you have to declare more actions surround with the try catch blocks. So then I will use FOS equal to new file output stream. So F out you need to use F out, so that you represent the F out. F out is for output file. So F is for input file.
Input file.
Now I need to read the data. So let's for reading, I told you int I equal to 0 while I equal to fs dot read method. So write fs dot read method is not equal to -1. So one more catch block added. So you got the I value. Now this I value, you write it to this file, same I value. So fos dot, maybe I will print it. I. So I am writing to the another files. So I read and I am printing then ln you should not use because it's a 1 byte, right? If you use println, it will go each byte to one after the other. So that's why you should not use println method, use print method. FOS dot write I. So the byte data you are writing to this file. So that's it. Now we can finally, if you want to close all the files. So FOS dot close method. So this is throwing some exception, add those exceptions. So that's all the code how you need to write. So let's execute this. See that this is the data it has written, right? But I don't see all byte data it is writing. So we don't want byte data, right? So what you need to do, you have to convert this into which format? Character format.
Typecasting.
So I'll do
Yeah.
here itself typecasting.
Typecasting.
Now you see that. See all the characters it is going to print. See all the characters it printed. Okay. So that's why. So printing in the console, you have to use convert this byte into character format. But here you don't need. So now go and see whether the file is created or not. Let's go and see. Okay. So output file is not created. Why? Get absolute file. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there is a Java. Okay, Java inside, right? We asked. Okay. See, 25 2025 723 just got created under that. See, same file, same data. It is there. Here also similar. So that is how you can read the data from one file and you can write to another file. Okay. Now, so I want to use a buffered output stream. Right? How to use a buffered output stream? Let's use buffered output stream. Here also you write a buffered input stream. Okay, create object for this. base equal to new buffered input string. So you pass the FOS object here, right? So buffered output string. Now you see, maybe I'll change this to doc, okay? Output dot doc. I'm writing for the doc file. So you can write to any file. That's why I just want to show you variation for you. So remaining everything same, but you have to read from BIS, right? Not from FAS, because the data came from FAS to BAS. Now here also you have to use a BOS while writing. So when you are using a buffering, you have to use a flush method, okay? So BOS dot flush method. So why you need to use a flush is buffering will read a large chunk of data that you need to buffer it. So flush out the old stream and take the new stream. So that's the main purpose of this flushing out. Okay. See entire data read and printed. Now you go here and you can see a doc file. Why it didn't create? Doc. So it will create if file is not there. Let's see, file is there, what? Doc, right? We created output doc. 2.5 is 11.6. Didn't create. Oh, it is calling this one. Yeah, you have to call this one, right? See, it is created, right? Now you go and see that output.doc. Open this. See, same data is there in the doc file also. Sir, how do you know this? You can see timestamp 728,
Okay.
right? So exactly that is the one. Next, I want to write a data from the file. You read the data from keyboard, that you have to write it to the file. So how can we write it? So now first what you need to do, again same procedure, right? So you have to read the data, but I'll use this time file reader and a scanner class to enter the data. That data you read and write to the file. So for that I'm going to use again file class f equal to null. Can you mute Arika? Lot of noise is coming from. Thank you. So this is the import the class, and we can static file writer class I'm using. File writer, so fw equal to null. So static buffer writer, so bw equal to null. So you have to write to the one file, right? Static string f equal to, so just take this file. Static string f file path. So you have to take double backward slash in case of these ones, or if forward slash also you can use. Forward slash is single one, backward slash means double you have to use to separate the each folder. So now again, so I have to create object for a scanner class to give an input from the keyboard. New scanner system.in. sa dot next method or next line method. So I'm going to use the next line method. So this you need to store in one string variable. Str equal to, enter the data, right. So now you got the data here. So you need to write, right? So for writing, either you can use a file writer class also. So fw, right? Fw equal to new file writer. Oh, first we need to create a file, right? If file it doesn't exist. So f equal to new file. So I'll represent f path, and then so if file doesn't exist, so if see negation I'm using here, this is the very important, you need to understand these logics. If not there, then create a new file. If it is not there only, it will create a file, otherwise it won't create a file. See, I'm declaring throws declaration. It's the compile time itself and it is throwing error, I'm declaring that. So now file writer I have to pass f object. So f dot get absolute file. Next, After that, you need to write to the file, right? So, okay, buffering also will use bw equal to new buffered writer. So FW you need to use. So bw dot write. So write the str data. So bw dot flush method you have to use, and bw dot new line. You have to go to new line. So this is all the code. So you need to, let's run this, and you need to enter the data what you want to type there. See, it is asking enter the data you want to write. So I will enter. I am learning file handling. See, it will create a file and write this data. Now go and see whether the file is created or not. See, write data 736. See, I am learning file handling. Okay. Now one more time run the program. Again I am writing Java is easy. So program execution is done. Now go there and see. So whether the new program. See Java. What happened? Previous sentence gone, right? Then how can you keep previous one and new one, both? So here is the concept. If you use a file writer with one variable, this will override the data. Override the data in the file. You want to append the data in the file. So what you need to do? You have to take the same, put it here, and take another parameter. That is true. So you comment out this. You need to use this one if you want to overwrite the data. Every time new data has to wash out the old one and write the new data. No, you want old data and also new data. Then you use a two parameterized constructor. Okay. Java is independent language. See, now it is. See, you have old data and you have a new data, but there is a gap. So how to fill that? Every time it has to go to new line. So instead of here, I'll put here, right? So that you new line, then write, flush it out. So run the program. See that? Every time now it is going to the new line. Just keep appending. So run it again. When you press enter key, see the execution is completed. Now you can see Java is a platform element. Every line going for the new line, new line, new line. Because of this one, this one. Okay. So that's all about file handling, how to read the data, how to write the data. Okay. Any questions? Are we good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You join back and we'll discuss on the string handling.